welcome back to the vlog. I just finished up at the chiropractor. In today's vlog, we are talking about all of the Preptober must-haves for writing your book, which I'm really excited about. So we are going to go to Aldi because snacks, I categorized it. Hold on, I have it right here. So the categories for Preptober essentials, I feel like I should make a little acronym, is that right, out of it? FIVO. VIFO? I kind of like FIVO or FOVI. No, we're gonna go with FIVO. F-I-V-O. It's fuel, inspo, vibe, and I put org for like organization. So those are my categories of Preptober essentials. So throughout this vlog, we'll just sprinkle in each of the categories and talk about what they are. So my first Preptober essential, we'll just go ahead and get started because that's where we're heading now, is to the grocery store, is fuel. So yeah, this is perfect. We'll start with F. This is great. I didn't even plan this. See how this is all working out? On my list, so you can make your own list for your Preptober essentials, but on my list, I have iced coffee, which I think I showed in last week's vlog. There's a specific brand that I can only find at Trader Joe's, and there's another one that's Stumptown or Stumpton, I'm not sure how you say it, iced coffee made with oat milk. And the Whole Foods that I get that one at has been out of it, and it's not at any other Whole Foods either. So I found this other one. It's like, I can't remember the name of it, but I'll put it up on the screen so you can see what it looks like. That's the one also made with oat milk that I can only seem to find at Trader Joe's, and that's been in stock. So that's what I've been drinking. So iced coffee is my first Preptober essential under the fuel category. And then Aldi snacks. So there's like these Aldi snack packs of cheese and then nuts and like fruit, but it's mostly raisins, but it's all flavored really. It's really delicious. So there's 3 different types of snack packs, which I'll show you. So I need to go run and grab those. And then of course, we can't forget my iced water in my giant cup. So this is like a 22 ounce, did I get that right? No, math, 40 ounce mug. And I got this at Target and I think it was $22 to $25. It may have been $26. I don't know, inflation, right? It's probably gone up. But it is the Reduce brand, and it's just over by all of their tumblers and mugs. You know that section like in the kitchen area at Target where they just have all their cups? That's where this is. But yeah, it's 40 ounces and it keeps your water or any beverage ice cold just the whole entire time. So highly recommend. So those are my 3 main must-haves under the fuel category. And since I already am stocked up on iced coffee as well as water, I have my mug. All I need to go get are the Aldi snacks. So let's go do that. The next letter in FIVO, the I for my Preptober must-haves. The I stands for inspiration. And one of my favorite things to do is to create mood boards on Pinterest for the book that I'm working on, for the different characters, as well as just to keep me motivated and inspired. So sometimes I will put together boards that have writing quotes or writing prompts, things like that. Also under the inspiration category, we have crystals, because it just felt right. I thought about putting these under vibe, but it's more of an inspirational thing. So these are my favorite writing crystals. So the first one I have is citrine, which my fiance and I got this one in Sedona when we were there. And let's see if I can, it is stunning. Like it's, oh, It's beautiful and I love holding it. So that's why this one sits in the office, bringing in the abundance and the prosperity. And this also really helps with creativity in general, but I just love citrine. I feel like it helps me clear my mind. It makes me like happier, in a good mood, and again, just more creative. I have more of that creative flow I found when I'm holding citrine or just when it's around me in general. And then I have this little amethyst tower. So it's a smaller one. There are larger ones as well. But amethyst is kind of like the go-to everything crystal. I feel like it kind of does everything. So it heightens your intuition. It's really good for dreams and things like that. So if you get your inspiration for your books from your dreams, amethyst is really good to keep by your bedside or sleep with it in like a little pouch underneath your pillow. But this is just a good crystal overall. It is not the go-to, like what would you call it? It's the one-stop shop crystal, so it kind of does everything. There's a word for it. Maybe it'll come to me, but my brain's not picking up on that word. It's like the most versatile crystal. Is that what I'm trying to say? Maybe. I also have my tiger's eye crystal, which this one really just, I don't know what it is about it when I'm holding it, but it makes me feel bold and confident in my speech and in my communication. And so especially when I'm writing a scene where my characters are having to be very direct and very blunt with each other, I like to have this tiger's eye crystal around because I feel like it just helps me cut through the noise and the chatter in my mind, and just really, it helps with focus too. So it helps me focus on my writing, but also especially with dialogue. For some reason, I have found that tiger's eye does the trick. And then we have this crystal, which is also from Sedona, but I've had this one for a long time. This one really helps with anxiety. So it's a mixture of clear quartz and green tourmaline, which I just absolutely love, but it just helps curb anxiety and it calms me. So, because I have a very, like what I would call monkey mind, I have a very busy mind. I'm always thinking about things. So this one is really like a very good grounding stone. It helps me feel calm and relaxed, and any kind of anxiety or busyness, chatter that's going on in my mind, this just helps bring me back down to earth instead of floating around in the ethers. So I find when I'm creative, I'm very much up in the ethers, which I feel like these two crystals, citrine and amethyst, kind of keep me going up here. And then this is actually bringing the speech and the dialogue and whatever it is I'm wanting to write from the ethers into the physical reality and onto the page. And then same with this one. So it's actually really interesting because I didn't realize I kind of have two, what I would call sort of like air quality crystals, and then two earth, more so earth quality crystals, because these two really ground me and again allows me to bring that creativity, to channel that creativity into the physical. So next up, under the I category, I put affirmation cards. This could also be tarot cards, oracle cards. I'm sure that they have affirmation cards for writers on Amazon or just at a bookstore, things like that. I don't actually have writers affirmation cards because I have this lovely deck that I have been using for years now, and members of the Inner Divine Collective and students of Cosmic Manifestation are probably so familiar with this deck by now because I've talked about it so many times. But it is the Goddess Power Oracle card deck by Colette Baron Reed. And there's just something about this deck and the way the messages and the insights are written in the guidebook, as well as just like the artwork, that just really speaks to me. And I feel like it helps me tap into my divine feminine, which is where our inspiration and our creativity and flow lives, right? So I find that when I'm kind of too masculine, because that's more so how I'm wired, like all the productivity stuff and the organizing and everything you're seeing, where I'm very like task driven and goal oriented and achievement oriented, that's all very much the masculine energy. And so when I'm sitting down to write, it's like, yes, I have goals and I have like a word count that I want to reach, but I'm more so wanting to get myself out of the task driven mindset into that more creative flow mindset. And so this deck really helps me do that. And I feel like whichever card I'm shuffling and it falls out, it's always the exact message I need to hear to help ground my mind and to help me center myself, and then I'm able to just have a much smoother writing session. So actually what I'll do is I will add this card deck to my Amazon storefront if you want to check that out. So I'll create a spiritual essentials list, and I will go ahead and link all of the card decks that I like to use. On my Preptober must-haves list under 5.0 is the letter V, which stands for vibe. So let's talk about the writing vibe, which is arguably my favorite category of 5.0. Candles, duh. This is my favorite scent, and I thought it was discontinued, so I don't know if they actually brought it back or if it was just sold out last year when I went to go find it. I was able to find it last year, but I think it was the year before I couldn't find it, and I was like, no! But this is the Mahogany Apple candle from Bath & Body Works. I also love the Leaves candle, basically all the fall candles from Bath & Body Works. And I know there's like the whole thing about them not being great for you to inhale and whatnot, so don't come for me. I love the way this smells, and if this gives me the vibe that I'm looking for during Preptober and NaNoWriMo, then I'm going to burn it, and I'm going to smell it, and I'm going to inhale it for those 2 months, because everything on this earth is toxic anyways, so it might as well smell good. Moving on. That was my soapbox for the day. We also have blue light blocking glasses. This is also, I don't know if I'd call this a vibe, but I think just more of the aesthetic and how they look, and they're also functional. So I didn't really know where to put the DIFF eyewear glasses, but they're going under vibe because I think these are a vibe. And these are in the style Pixie, so I'll leave the link below because using that link you can get 40% off. So use that link and then type in the code BLUELIGHT and you'll get 40% off your order. But these are fantastic. Again, they're in the style Pixie. I love them. I've had these for years. This was my first pair of blue light blocking glasses, and I still use them to this day. So if you tend to have eye strain when you're writing, then these are great. And also if you just want to look cute and like a little writer, then here we are. Not that this is what a writer looks like, but I don't know. There's just something about glasses, like when you're reading and you're writing, it's a mood. It's a mood. And then of course we cannot forget the Story Arts gloves. I have so many, you guys. I have these, I have the pink ones from the Emma collection. I have the pink, you can tell I've repped Story Arts for quite a while now. But I have their infinity scarves, I have pencil case pouches, I have, what else was there? Oh, tote bags. But I love these, and there's just something about being, again, this is a vibe. This is a vibe when you are sitting down to write. So I'll leave the link to the Story Arts code as well in the description box below if you want to get yourself some awesome writing gear. Well, I figured we were getting to this point because I have had problems with this leg of the tripod for so long, and I just kept working with it, but now it's really broken. Like, I can't even hook it back on. So if there are some weird angles where the camera's up in a kind of a weird place, that's why, because my tripod is broken. So I have a mini tripod that is sitting on top of my laptop, which is on top of its laptop holder. So that's the angle situation that we're dealing with right now. But let's move on to the last letter in 5.0, organization, the O, for my Preptober must-haves. So this will probably look familiar if you watched last week's video, but my book project binder is the main thing that I use to stay organized during NaNoWriMo as well as Preptober, and I have a whole video on this and what's inside it, all of that, the Write 50K workbook in the Write 50K in 30 Days accountability program, which is still on sale. If you want to join that and come write with us this fall, you can find that link in the description box below. But this binder is, again, it's very sacred to me because it houses all of my WIPs, my manuscripts, outlines, all that kind of stuff, the stuff that I am working on. That's why it is called a book project binder. And then also because I am hosting the Write 50K in 30 Days accountability program, I have a lot of emails that go out during that time. We also have the prize boxes and the prompts or the challenges for those prize boxes. So we are very much in communication. If you are a part of the Write 50K in 30 Days accountability program, we are very much in communication all through October and all through November. You get a lot of emails from me because I'm hosting it, and I'm essentially like your writing coach and your cheerleader and your accountability buddy. So calendar, of course, is a must-have when it comes to writing your book and just making sure you're staying organized, as well as carving out your writing time and when you're gonna sit down and actually write the words. Because we can prep and talk about it all we want, but writing the actual book is an entirely different thing. I also feel like I should mention having a designated writing space will do wonders for your writing routine and your productivity and the system, the writing system, if you will, that you set up for yourself. For me, my designated writing space is downstairs here in the office. If my fiance is using this space, or our schedules are overlapping, or if he has to take a call and I need quiet and silence, I actually have a nook upstairs. So it was a media room, and he was nice enough to clear that out for me, and we painted it. So I'll give you a tour of that in the future, because it's like my spiritual Zen nook, if you will. So I still have that. It's just not downstairs like it was in my old house. It is now upstairs, and it's really beautiful, and I love it up there. And so there's also a desk up there, so just in case I need to take my writing and my creativity, or if I'm having a late night, I can just take that upstairs and kind of just zone out or zone in creatively. But yeah, having a designated writing space, again, will do wonders for your productivity as well as your writing routine, and also just making sure that it's somewhat organized, and also that you feel comfortable, that you have a comfortable like ergonomic chair and pillows, and that you have an overhead fan or a fan blowing on you, or maybe you live in a really cold part of the world or the States, and if that's the case, I am super jealous. So maybe you need a heater, right? Like an under the desk heater. But it's things like that to think about, just making sure that your space is set up to write so that you have minimal distractions, minimal interruptions to your flow. So I feel really good about the space in here right now. Of course, the walls are a little on the blank side, but we actually have a Chase lounge that is being delivered. And so that's gonna go in this back corner over here by the bookshelf. So it's kind of a comfortable place to sit and write. If you know what it, well, you'll see it in the B-roll, the Chase lounge. So that's gonna go back there. We're still trying to figure out what to do with the shipping station, because on this wall, it sticks out pretty far. And then we also did get another desk, so we'll be putting that one together as well. But this is a part of my pre-Preptober process, is making sure that the office, my designated writing space, is set up, it's aesthetically pleasing, and that I just feel comfortable in here and feel like it's, I don't want to use the word finished or complete, but that it's at a point where I can sit down and not get distracted by the fact that I need to be doing something or changing something or building something in the office. Okay. Watch out, noob. Oh my gosh, really? Okay. Yep. Oh my gosh, this is gonna fit. This is...
You want it this way or the head the other way?
What do you think? I think to hide this, we should do it the other way.
The other way.
Yeah. Yeah, that's better. And then we can push it, yeah, because that's just all my books anyway, so that doesn't matter. What do we think?
I like it.
Oh, it's still just as comfortable as I remember.
Yeah.
See? And we can both fit on it. It's perfect.
I like it.
I do too. So that is it. That is going to conclude today's vlog. I really hope that you enjoyed it. If you did, go ahead and click that thumbs up button as well as that subscribe button. All the links, everything I mentioned between the story arts and the DIFF EYEWEAR, the Write 50K in 30 Days accountability program, the Amazon storefront. I think I also have my writing playlist on Spotify, which is something I should have mentioned as well, but I'm mentioning it here. All linked down below, so make sure you check all of that out. Again, we start the Write 50K in 30 Days accountability program on October 1st, so if you plan on writing your book this fall, I would love to have you. As always, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you more than you know, and I will see you in my next video.